Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over the trade that I took yesterday, June 27th. The same trade was taken by ICT. All right, so let's get straight into it. So what was I looking at the start of the session? I noticed that we left behind a opening range gap. You can find these by going to regular trading hours. You're probably on electronic. I just use regular trading hours to find these gaps. I also noticed that we were approaching this new week opening gap, as well as that we had swept the previous sessions as highs, the London session. So instantly that gave me indication that we could see lower. So I was looking for a breaker structure and then maybe a retracement to fair value gap to enter a short position. Okay, so what happened after the sweep of liquidity is that we had a shift in market structure that left behind a fair value gap. So any retracement to this fair value gap, I was looking to go short. Was this a risky entry? Yes, it potentially could have been a risky entry because it was right before news. News was coming out at 10. Price retraces to this fair value gap, we get filled. Our ultimate price target is the low of the opening range gap. Watch it right out. News comes out. It consolidates for a little bit and boom. Okay, so another thing that I want to cover is that, was this the ICT silver bullet trade? Yes, it was. I know that right here it looks like it broke above this fair value gap. So at 10 a.m. this would have been considered invalid. But now look at the higher time frames. On the 3-minute, this fair value gap was actually bigger. And it never gets closed above. The wicks do the damage, the bodies tell the story, like ICT says. It never closes above the fair value gap on the 3-minute. On the 4-minute, no, not even close. It doesn't close above this fair value gap. So yeah, this could have been the ICT silver bullet as well. Like I said in the video, the fair value gap does not need to form at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. It can form before, as long as it follows your bias. Like I said, we had a sweep of London session highs, a rejection of the new week opening gap, a displacement lower that left behind a fair value. So yes, this was the ICT silver bullet trade. I know of a couple of people that entered here on the 2-minute. That wasn't a bad trade because it is a fair value gap that formed between 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And if it did come lower to sweep, sell side, it would have been a perfect trade. But however, I guess that just wasn't what price had in mind. And if you got stopped out, you got stopped out. It was still a really good trade.